Good morning, KFL Live. It is bright and ugly on a Sunday morning. We are here today to talk about the King of Virginia. We've got the Norfolk Privateers, the Virginia Reapers, and the Washington Warhawks all battling it out. We are excited about this matchup, little postseason matchup, if you will. We've already got one fish on the board. We're going to bring on some people here. I'm your host, Jeremy, the Juice Baker, this morning. Let's bring in our buddy Greg. And let's get Ryan in here as well. Good morning, gentlemen. How are y'all?
What's up, man?
How are y'all feeling?
Cold.
Cold. It looks
cold.
cold.
It's really cold. Cold's the name of the game, man. But yeah, it's I'm still trying to get to my spot, man.
Ooh, long way to go. What's the temperature up there this morning?
Yeah. When I got out of the truck, it was 40.
Oh, okay. So it's cold. That's actually colder here right now than it is there.
Yeah. I mean, yesterday, I think when I got out of the truck and launched, it was 27. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
A little bit warmer.
Okay. Well, it's 34 here right now, so not terribly far off from where you guys are at, but
yeah,
I'm
man.
nice and warm, and you guys look cold.
Yeah, it's okay. I can't believe somebody's got a fish on the board already. Sarko, did you see that, man?
Yep.
Yeah,
I can't believe it. I was here all day yesterday. I was for literally like 10 hours and went 16 miles and didn't catch a single fish. And freaking James Quinn from Norfolk comes into this lake within the first hour, catches a fish. That just ain't right. That's disrespectful.
That's the whisperer for you. He's just whispering to him.
That's what it is, man. I mean, that's unbelievable.
I had something blow up on a top water.
I got birds dancing.
Cast, but
I got birds dancing. I got birds dancing right now. I can't believe it, man. It's a new day. It's a new day.
Well, looks like a little bit of overcast, not a whole lot of sun behind you right now. So, look, you're just now getting started. You're 20 minutes into this thing.
Yeah.
Got all day.
I'm gonna
fish this thing, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with a little top water action, man. Might as well.
So I did a little research on this Lake Anna last night, and I'm not real familiar with it, but I was always curious about it because I hear you talk about Lake Anna, and it's like a 15-inch factory up there.
No, it's the Dead Sea. It's the Dead Sea. There's no fishing here, man.
Well, there's at least one that I know of.
Yeah, 15 3/4. Hey,
got some Reaper fans on first thing this morning.
Oh man, already. Is there somebody else trying to get in? It looks like somebody else is trying to get in, Juice.
I don't see anything. I don't see anybody on the bottom.
No? Okay.
None that I could see. I keep looking down there to see. I know we sent the link out to a few guys, and
I got you.
Hopefully this is going right. I think this is our second live broadcast on Amazon and Roku. So
yeah, hey, we are live. Go to Motion Sports on Roku and Amazon.
Yeah,
check it out.
Yeah,
it's on live,
guys. If you're watching, everybody share it. Let's get these numbers up. It's got a few people watching right now. I know it's early on a Sunday morning and it's cold, and a lot of people want to stay in bed. But if you are up, you got to go to work or wherever you got to go, get up, share it. Look, you can watch this on your phone as you're driving to work. Have a good time with it, man. Talk to us. We always welcome the comments. Got some more. We got a privateer fan in.
Oh, it's Mark Gimo. Oh my God, he doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
He doesn't count. That guy's one of the funniest guys you'll ever meet, man.
Mark Gimo. Well.
We call him Snotty. He looks like Snotty from the Revenge of the Nerds.
Let's see. Guys, I need to know if y'all can hear me okay. I'm trying out a new headset this morning, so if my audio's a little off, let me know. I can do some adjusting on it.
Hey, Lauren from Three Bells is on. Good morning. We're fishing Connecticut weather this morning. Where they're from.
Good morning, Peggy.
That's
Jeremy, yes.
That's Lauren. That's Lauren.
Okay. Yes, Jeremy. James Quinn has a 15 1/4 already. First thing out of the gate this morning.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I'm just like blown away by that.
Greg, you can't catch fish if your lines ain't wet, buddy.
I'm trying to get there, man. I can always go as the motor goes, man. It's a long way, dude. It's about a 3 mile hike from the ramp. So
Yeah, that's actually a lot bigger lake than I thought it was going to be. I was expecting a 250-acre pond, and that place is huge.
Oh no, it's huge. Yeah, it's Ryan. It's the biggest lake in Virginia, right? It's got to be.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been here, so I just kind of woke up this morning and said I'm just going to fish and try to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lauren, it is chilly out this morning. Greg said it was about 40 degrees, so it's, I'm nice and cozy in my home, and these guys are out freezing to death.
Yeah, it's a little chilly.
Well, I know I mentioned a minute ago, Greg, that this is our, I think our first official live broadcast with actually live fishing going on the Amazon and Roku.
If anybody can turn on Roku and Amazon, if you have either one, if you could just give us a thumbs up or let us know if it's broadcasting. It is our very first broadcast live, a sporting event on that channel, so that'd be wonderful. But took a lot to get through it, man. So.
Yeah, apparently Kerr Lake is the largest in Virginia, Greg.
That makes sense. With the river system, that makes sense. Hey, Michael, get on air, man. If you're here, get on air.
Yeah. Stephen Bell, good morning, bud. Glad to have you guys on. Give us a like and a share. So, Greg, kind of tell us about what this King of Virginia is, man. I know there was a lot of trash talking going on and a lot of good camaraderie, but kind of tell us what this is.
It's just we obviously the story with Norfolk Privateers and Washington Warhawks. We have a very healthy rivalry, and Virginia Reapers came on the scene. We're glad to have them. And we just wanted to get together, kind of pop the cork, so to speak, on the KFL and do something. We were supposed to do it a different weekend, but we're trying to get everybody together. You know how that goes.
Oh yeah.
And we happened to fall on this weekend, and here we are, man. And it's just a little friendly. It's kind of like a soccer friendly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nothing friendly about these guys, man, because these guys know how to talk trash. These Virginia Reaper guys, they're just as bad, if not worse, than Norfolk Privateers.
Look, I mean, Florida Copperheads can tell you from the most that they can talk trash for the best of them.
Oh, I'll tell you what, man. I mean, these boys, trying to lay the smackdown on some stuff, man. And we'll just say this, man. A lot of feelings are going to get hurt this year.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
A lot of feelings are going to get hurt. And these Virginia Reapers, man. I mean. Like Robert said, man, they're like the baby brother, of Virginia, and so they're got to be get put in their place real quick.
Well, look, anytime you're the new guy that you show up to an event or you show up to, any kind of sport, you always want to make a name for yourself right out of the gate.
Yep. Well, it's kind of like. It's kind of like the old superstars of wrestling, Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? It's like those guys, they're already in the ring with no music and they have the blue trunks on, and then the real stars come out. They whip their tail and they go back to the dressing room. That's what we're going to do.
Right. Well,
you know what I mean? That's what we're going to do. They're not, Jimmy, no one's here to see the Virginia Reapers, man. They're here to see us.
Well, look, you guys are the veterans so far.
Yeah, exactly.
Jimmy Merritt says that they're going to try to get a preseason match with the Swamp Donkeys and the Copperheads. Now, that would be a fun matchup.
That's going to be fun. I mean, that's a big time.
See. Oh, we do got Michael coming in here. Hey, bud. Hey, Mike. Good morning.
Big time trash talking.
How y'all doing?
What's going on, man?
I heard Greg talking all that shit about the little brother.
Oh,
we're on there. My apologies. All that crap about talking.
Yeah, that's right.
There goes the neighborhood.
So Lauren says that downloaded motion on Roku says it's live, but there is no picture, Greg.
There's no picture. It's black.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, click that eye on and off again, and it should come on.
How's that, Lauren? You should be there.
Yeah, it should work.
The biggest flops in the KF. Man, trash talking at 6:30 on a Sunday morning. I love it, Jimmy. I love it. Apparently, there's some bad blood between some swamp donkeys and some copperheads.
Oh yeah, big time, big time.
That's gonna be a fun match. I can't wait to see that one, guys. Let me know when that one comes out. 'Cause we'll keep an eye on that one for sure.
Michael, can you believe that Norfolk already has a fish on the board on this lake?
I've only fished it once, and it's been years ago. And I remember skunk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, that's super impressive, man.
Yep. I got 4 of my guys fishing, so I'm sitting this one out. I'm back here chasing stripers, waiting for them to blow up.
Oh, okay. Now, Michael, introduce your team, man, and introduce your anglers who's fishing.
All right, today we got Clint Outlaw. He's one of the newest members to the Reefers, along with Matthew Lewison. He's another new member. And then, of course, y'all know Ryan Sarko.
Yeah.
And then we got another Virginia Beach native, Scott Deluche.
Gotcha.
Okay, well, guys, we're glad to definitely have you on board KFL.
Yeah, thank you. We're glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, man, it's been a lot of fun, man, so far. Again, Michael has been instrumental putting his team together, man, and it's been fun, man. A lot of fun.
It's definitely been a pain. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
There's a lot to it, man. I mean, people just don't realize how much effort it is to get a team together, man. It's a lot.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I wasn't a big like when we started the Hammers last year. I decided, when John, thank God, John and Dan Perry decided to go ahead and step up to the plate and handle all the behind the scenes stuff, and so all I had to do was worry about fishing.
Yeah,
because it's it could definitely be difficult.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
It's like Greg is getting in the zone. He's finally wetting the line.
Yeah, we're here, man.
Let's see. Still just one fish on the board. James Quinn's got a 15 1/4 right now. That's the lone fish of the day. So,
Ryan, what's water temperatures you got where you're at?
I can't hear you. What'd you say?
What water temperatures do you have where you're at?
I'm at 59.5.
Okay, I'm at 57.
all right, so Lauren's saying the live stream says it's 2020, still black screen. I'm looking at it on it right now. I can see the live stream.
Interesting. I mean, if it's streaming through, it should work.
Yeah, I can see all 4 of us on there.
Huh.
Not real sure what's going on with that, Lauren.
Interesting.
Let me do some looking around real quick, guys. See.
Oh, did you? Did you hit start stream? Does it say start stream? It should be streaming anyway, right?
Yeah, it's streaming. The only option it gives me is stop streaming.
Okay, so it's definitely streaming.
Yeah, it's definitely streaming. I could see us on there.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not real sure what's going on with that. That might be something above my.
Yeah.
Tim Spry said he could see it, so.
Oh, okay, you can see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tim can see it. Might be a Lauren thing. I don't know.
Lauren, you might have to check your Wi-Fi. It's up there in Connecticut. I don't know if it's working great or not.
Yeah. Good deal.
Let me look, make sure one more thing. All right. So we lost Mike. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it should be good to go. So anyway, back to fishing.
Back to fishing, man. That's what we're doing.
All right. Let's check the leaderboard. See, yeah, just one fish. Only got 11 guys out on the water today.
Yeah, Norfolk only has 3. So
okay. Norfolk has, all right. Is Robert fishing this morning?
He is fishing this morning. Yeah, he's already complaining how cold it is,
Good deal. Dennis says seeing it all fine down here. Dennis, are you actually watching on Facebook or are you watching on the Roku app? Let me know, please. But Greg, talk about I know we've made it's been a big talk all off season, since the KFL actually ended about getting new teams and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And of course we had a lot of applications, a lot of people jump on. And which is a real exciting thing for the KFL in general. But
right.
I know a lot of the guys personally, and you fished with a lot of them, all across the country. And I know that was probably instrumental in getting a lot of those guys to show up and to put these teams together. But kind of talk about what goes into it a little bit as far as not just sponsorships, but travel and scheduling and everything else.
Yeah, it's a fine balance, man. As this is a very different, unique way of fishing in general, not just kayak fishing, but fishing in general, and kind of taking a sports mentality to it, and the team aspect, and try to form something that we didn't know how it was going to go last year, to be honest with you. We had no clue. And I'll tell you what, man, personally, this is just me. I had the funnest time fishing the KFL than any other event in any other series I've ever, fished. Now, obviously I'm biased, but I had so much fun, man. It was fantastic. And it seemed like the feedback from a lot of the anglers, it was the same deal. And so, we really want to capitalize on that. And, obviously streaming, digitizing, having signed the deal with Pride Outdoor Network and everything else, kind of put this on air and doing it kind of like like a real sport, man. It was something instrumental, man. And again, it kind of took off. And, talking with a lot of anglers, they want to be a part of it. It's not easy, guys. It's forming a business. This is what it is. Yeah. Every team is a business. Every team is is a franchise. And, they try to take that franchise model. And, a lot of them, when they're like, yeah, man, I want to go do this. I want to fish. Just like Mike was talking about, there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that you got to really kind of think and hone in on. And, fishing. Oh, got one on. Yep. Fishing. Guys, hold on. Let me.
Yeah, do you think, Greg?
Oh, come here, baby. Oh,
there we go. I was a little worried about your hook set there for a second, Greg. It wasn't much of a hook set.
He blew up on it. Guys, I can't tell you. Guys, I can't tell you what it took. Get this thing, guys. Let's go, Warhawks, baby! Woo! Let's go! Let's do this, man. Let's do this. Come on.
Make sure you don't lose that fish, Greg. That could probably be big fish of the day if you can work your way out.
It could, man. Hey, let me get off here real quick.
Yeah, jump off, man. All right, let's see. Mr. Nosar got him the fish on the board. We'll wait for it to come through and see what it is. But, yeah, just to touch on what Greg was saying a minute ago, guys, for everybody watching out there, if you don't really know what this is, which most of you probably do by this point, it's been all over social media and everything else. Look, this is a team aspect. This is a team event for kayak fishing. Yeah, it's a team event for kayak fishing, and it's one of the funnest things I've been a part of, had an opportunity to do. Excuse me. You get to travel around with 3 or 4 of your best buddies, locally to you, and you travel all over the country. Last year we were in Florida, Carolinas, different places like that, and it was just it's fun. It is an absolute blast. But there's a lot of competition. And then moving forward into 2022, there's going to be a ton of new teams, and there's going to be a little bit different traveling and things like that. And I'm looking forward to it. I know a lot of the guys are. Most everybody is. Jimmy, I live in central Alabama, just about 30 minutes north of Birmingham. And I fish for Alabama Hammers. That was the team last year, and we'll be back this year. Have a little bit different look to us, but we'll definitely be back next year. 24 degrees in Maine. Well, Tim, look, just put you a dry suit on, buddy, and go fishing. I mean, the fish don't know. The fish don't care how cold it is. They're used to that up there. Fly on over to Korea. Look, Brandon, if we're ever in Korea, buddy, I'd love to come wet a line with you. There you go, Greg.
17 and a quarter, boys.
17 and a quarter.
Yep. Good to go.
Wow. This thing is not letting me put you on the big screen, Greg, for some reason.
That's all right. 17 and a quarter. Let me submit it real quick, okay?
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Hey, I'm gonna make you a judge too, man.
Okay. Yeah, because I keep seeing these fish I can't do nothing with. But anyway, like I was saying, guys, KFL, it was a blast last year, and all the new teams coming in are going to make it even more fun this year. New schedules, new lineups, new faces. A lot of big sticks have jumped in on this, and it's going to make things a lot more interesting. And like Greg said, we can kind of run it like a business. So you're going to have your social media pages and your sponsors and individual sponsors, team sponsors, things like that, which just add to the complexity of it, just add to it. So, I think the goal for me and not for me, for Alabama Hammers last year was just to get, the majority of our season paid for right out of the gate. And we were able to do that. So we didn't really have to come out of pocket a whole lot. Big thanks to some sponsors for that. And then the championship last year, man, was up on Lake Chickamauga in Tennessee, which is just not too terribly far from where I am. And, man, what a great event that was. Greg did a fantastic job. All the KFL did a fantastic job of putting that together. And, of course, Massachusetts walks away with a trophy. Kind of sucks. You let a team from up north come down south and take your pride away from you a little bit, kind of snatch the soul out of Texas. But it is what it is. It's going to be a good time again next year. Nice bass, Greg. Guys, while we got a little bit of a lull in the action, like I said, remember, share this on social media. Get it out there. If I see – looks like we do have the live stream up and running now. So if you guys want to hop on over there and check it out too, you'll be able to see it. And this will be on the Loop feed, so you'll be able to see it anytime you want to rewatch it. You can watch a massive topwater blow up. Got Mr. Nosar back. Well, that had to feel good, Greg. Greg went away. Let's see. Let's see if we can't get Greg's fish to pull up here. Well, I'm having a little bit of problems this morning. There he is.
There we go.
Can you hear us, Greg?
Yeah, now I can. Yep, sorry.
Okay.
I couldn't hear you earlier. Yeah. So
anyway,
guys, I'm sorry. I'm so jacked up about that, man. You don't understand how it's 40 degrees out here. And man, I was here all day yesterday, not a single bite. And to see that thing blow up, man, and get it in, dude, that gets me jacked up.
Greg, that fish gives y'all a 2-inch lead over the Norfolk Privateers.
Listen, man, I did not want to skunk today, man. I mean, it's just a personal pride thing, but let's go Warhawks, man. Let's go, boys. The KFL, man. I'll tell you, like you're talking about, dude. It's just something, just like if I was individual, I'd be like, okay, get a couple more, and that'd be great, But dude, getting this team event, it just jacks you up, man.
Oh yeah. Look, this is great. It's great for the sport to, look, traditionally right now it's kind of the off season. There's not really a whole lot of tournaments going on right now. So to have something to get up and watch on a Sunday morning is
guys. That was, I know some of these guys are watching, but that was a top water in 56-degree water temps at 40 degrees outside. I mean, you say, why in the world would you throw that like that? Well, welcome to Virginia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, to each their own. Robert Brown says it's too cold. Robert, buddy, put some clothes on and go fishing, man.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying.
Been on the water in like 6 weeks.
The wind is not as bad today as it was yesterday. Yesterday it was pretty ridiculous. Pretty ridiculous.
Well, that wind makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, it does. It does. It cuts you like a knife yesterday, man. Crazy. That was cool, man. Top water on the show.
Yeah.
Like it.
Let's see. All right. So now we've got all the fish in. Yeah, Greg, it gives you a 2-inch. Gives the Warhawks, a 2-inch.
Yeah, cool, man.
Over Norfolk. We're still waiting on the Reapers to back up their smack talk with a little bit of fishing, but
like we talked about, the Big Brother. Big Brother's had to show the Reapers. Right off the bat. Right off the bat, what it's like. You know what I'm saying?
Brandon Neal wants to know what you called it on. I don't think he wants to give away that juice so early in the broadcast, Brandon.
I'll give it up, man. I don't care. Look, man. It is a skirtless white buzzbait.
Okay. Skirtless, no trailer on the back of it.
No nothing, man. No nothing.
Just a simple profile.
And the reason being, it's because it's crystal clear water, man.
Now, Greg, you said that water's crystal clear. How deep is that lake traditionally?
Okay. The main lake is, 40, 50 feet, okay. Some spots 60 feet. I'm in a creek arm, and it's, I don't know, what is it, 4 feet here?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Dude, you should have seen the buck I saw yesterday here, man. Those your hunters here. Man, Will Beast Brewer, baby.
The beast is
here.
What's up, gent?
What's going on, dude?
Not much. Hey, way to get it on the board, man.
You're welcome, man. Dude, let's go.
I hear buzz baits all the way in Alabama rattling around in people's tackle boxes trying to get them.
Yeah. That's definitely a little juice that I heard. Actually, your own Alabama, Gerald Swindle.
Yep.
Does this, man.
Yeah.
And especially colder water, not a big profile, man. They wanted that small profile this morning. That's why.
Real streamlined.
Yep, exactly.
Man, he lives up the road from me. He don't live too far at all.
Yep. So that's why you do it, guys.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
It is so cold. I can't feel my fingers, man.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to invest in some gloves, buddy.
No, gloves are for I can't say that on this show.
Yeah.
I thought you were a Marine, dude.
Doesn't make it not cold, Greg.
Yeah.
I mean,
he just overcomes and adapts.
Yeah.
And that's what he's doing right now.
I mean, this guy's been all over the world, Afghanistan and everything else, man, and used to this stuff.
Yeah. We need to get a good Veterans Day tournament going on, Greg. For all the veterans.
That would actually be a fantastic idea.
What's it on a Thursday, I think? Yeah, Thursday.
That's not a bad idea, man. Man, there should have been a fish right there.
Man, I can't feel my fingers to pick this bird's nest out.
Start using your teeth. Yeah.
Hey, Will, is the wind blowing out where you're at?
Oh, it is blowing hard.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I can see the water behind him looks a little choppy. Not terrible,
And
but
I-
I can see some ripple on it.
I was actually on the main lake point earlier.
Oh yeah, the one I
Oh.
was at yesterday.
Yeah, I was trying to crank in between some rocks.
Yeah,
little
it's just not
colder.
happening.
I mean, I can see fish, but they're like 30 foot down.
Yeah.
But I just haven't moved back into this pocket like I want to yet. I'm just trying to hit some of this primary stuff. There's a couple of I mean, I'm not gonna say too much of what I'm targeting, but
Dennis said never seen someone throw a naked buzzbait. Hey man, you saw what it did, right?
Look, you can't argue with it if it works.
You saw what it did.
Everybody. Who doesn't like being naked?
Well, look, I mean, I tell you, I made when we were on Fellsmere down in Florida for the KFL event against the Copperheads. I was throwing a spinnerbait around and talking about a naked buzzbait, and I had something hit my buzzbait and just smoked it, or not my buzzbait, my spinnerbait. I'm sorry, and just absolutely smoked it. Well, I pulled it up and I looked and I checked the hook and everything else, but for some reason I never even thought, hey, where'd the skirt go? So I threw it about 5 or 6 more times and I never got hit again. And I just pulled it up to look at it because it was kind of coming through the water funny. And it ripped the skirt off, it bent the wire on it. And I was just so like, got to get it back in the water,
Go ahead, I can hear you. I'm sorry. Got to get my naked buzzbait out of a tree.
Uh-oh. Yeah, it tore it off. But yeah, I mean, had I caught a fish on a naked spinnerbait, then would be I'd have patented that or something.
Yeah, as Jeff Isham says, man, if you're not having these problems, you're not even trying.
Yeah, it's old 3-pounder.
Yeah, I mean,
Look,
Ain't nothing wrong with a good tree shaker.
no,
hey man,
no. At least you got it back.
you got it back. That's what's great about kayak fishing too, man. You can get right up in there.
Yeah, nobody wants to take their $70,000 bass boats and bounce it off a tree.
Yeah, exactly.
Run that blue canoe slap over it in a heartbeat.
That's right.
That's true.
That's right. You got to get where the bass are, man. Get it in deep. Danny Gann, I'm telling you, the guy throws into stuff that you would never imagine, man, ever imagine. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing, man? Like, how are you gonna get the fish out? He goes, let me catch the fish first, and I'll figure that out later. I'm like, okay, you know what I mean?
Hey,
So I got you.
I like that strategy.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
dude, I'm telling
Put
you.
it in there. We'll figure that part out later.
I mean, no joke. The stuff he throws in, I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Worry
Yeah.
about tomorrow's problems. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Type stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Yep. For sure.
I definitely want to turn around right here.
So you guys, the King of Virginia, you guys will be going against each other all season long. Greg, if it's something that excuse me, if it's something that you guys have a lot of success on Lake Anna, is this something you might make y'all's home lake next year?
Not a chance. That's Will Brewer's decision. Will's now the president, CEO of Washington Warhawks Incorporated, and I mean, he can make that decision, but I completely veto that.
Anna. Oh my God. Yes, sir. Let's see if I can make something happen right here. Man, I kind of want to. Oh, man. Let me see if I can turn my camera around.
Oh, with the hummingbird, he's got this like video game technology.
Oh yeah.
No. Man, I don't know. Let me do it like that. Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
It's a big school right there.
That's a huge school. Well,
I
get on
couldn't
them.
tell how deep was that?
Right there. That's 15 feet, but it drops down to like 30 feet.
Will, that might be some stripers, dude.
It could be. They're setting up on this rock point. I'm gonna throw. I'm gonna see if I can get a little jerky jerk going on.
Jerk bait or one of those 4-inch swim baits, with a trout eye.
Yeah. So Lake Anna is not a bad lake, but the time of the year that we fish KFL does not make this an ideal lake.
Yeah.
I got you.
The reason being is because this place gets so swamped with jet skis, big bass
Gotcha.
boats, party barges, all that stuff. Man, you were just fighting everybody.
It's one of the most dangerous lakes, man. It's one of the most dangerous lakes in the summertime. It's so bad. So bad.
Yeah, that's we got a few of those around, like Smith Lake in Alabama here, which is not too far north from me. It's a huge reservoir, and it's the same way. Like the fishing's not really that great. I hate fishing Smith Lake.
Yeah.
But it's like 300 something foot deep in some places.
Right.
It's crazy deep. Now you can go there in a boat and pull out some massive striper. That's a blast to do.
Right.
But the actual bass fishing, I hate fishing there.
Yeah.
We actually had our state championship there this year. I was not a fan of it, so I didn't fish it, but
Like, let me put it in comparison. If anyone who's ever fished Lake Kiwi during the summer, like last year for KBF, whenever that thing gets going with boats, that's how Anna is. I would say Kiwi's a little worse, but overall, it's about like that.
Did Mike Hogan just throw up a fish, dude? Will, did you see that? He put a picture in the chat.
I'm not sure.
Nothing's come across the board yet.
No.
What did he do?
He's just telling you how beautiful of a day it is.
Oh, okay. Because I thought he sent a message. It's like, what a beautiful day it is. I thought he threw up a picture of a fish or something. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, nothing's come across the board yet.
Okay.
So what's the score right now? Because I haven't looked because I don't like looking. So I'm gonna let Juice tell me.
Right now, Washington Warhawks have a 2-inch lead over Norfolk Privateers, 17 1/4 to 15 1/4. The Virginia Reapers have yet to post a fish. So we are steadily monitoring that situation. But like Greg said, Big Brother had to get up and show them how it's done first thing this morning. What time are you guys fishing till?
2.
Till 2. Okay.
I'm not gonna hang out here too long. Trying to put that Berkeley stunner to work right there is what I'm trying to do.
There you go.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I like that.
Yeah.
Is that a suspending?
It's a slow sink.
Okay.
Slow sink.
You're 15 feet, right?
Yeah. Right now I'm sitting over 20, but I'm throwing up on this rock bluff. Pretty much, it goes 15 feet, and then it just dives off.
Okay.
I know exactly where you're at.
So.
Yep. I had a boat come right up on me yesterday. That's where that guy I took the picture of, Will.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a couple boats been going back and forth through here, but.
Yeah, the guy pulled up right in front of me, man. And I was, throwing where Will's at, kind of throwing off that ledge and cranking. And the guy just like goes right in front of me, man, and starts like basically paralleling my line. I'm like, seriously, guy. I mean, seriously, dude. Come on. Let's do better, man. Let's do better.
Well, that ledge sounds like Crank City. I mean, it just sounds like that's something you would want to throw through there.
Oh, 100%, man. Yeah, I threw a DT10. I saw some suspended bass through there, and they just wouldn't bite yesterday, man. I mean, as I said, they were just tight-lipped, big time.
Well, you look like you are in opposite ends of the world because Will's looks overcast, and Greg, it looks beautiful and sunny behind you.
We pretty much are. I mean, we're. I mean, I'd say we're probably, I don't know, 15 miles apart.
Okay.
Yeah. He's probably definitely fishing a different side of the lake than I am.
Oh yeah.
So I split the team up a little bit. We kind of did a little bit of pre-fishing and stuff like that. I went a little bit farther south yesterday. When was it? Friday. I mean, I got a couple bites, stuff like that, but it wasn't nothing I was willing to like gamble a day on.
Gotcha.
Cause they were all a lot of dinks. I had one keeper. Well, not even a KFL keeper, just a standard keeper. so I didn't feel confident enough with it. Myself and our new acquired teammate Victor Hendricks, which is one of the top 10 anglers, kayak
Beast.
anglers here in Virginia, acquired him the other day. So that's kind of like breaking news for you guys.
Yep.
Okay.
Him and I, we typically fish this lake boat tournaments during the wintertime. So we know a couple of good spots and stuff like that. But Lake Anna is one of those finicky lakes, though, where one day you could be on them and just stack them up, 25-pound bags. And then the next day you can follow the same pattern and not get a bite.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
So it's all about being at the right place at the right time there.
Yeah, man. These fish are moving. I mean, I've never seen a group of fish that literally just move so freaking much, man. I mean, literally they'll be there one day. Or one morning and then they're gone. I mean, they just, I mean, and I'm talking about they move like miles, you know? They don't just move in and out of like the mouths and stuff like that. They're gone, you know?
Wow.
Like you won't, like yesterday, I didn't see a fish on my ground. I mean, like where Will's at, it was the only place really I saw fish, but it was so sporadic. I mean, it was terrible.
It bees like that sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
Go in one day, and you know, Greg, you've earned the title of the king of pre-fishing. So,
well, yesterday I caught nothing pre-fishing. So,
well, look,
you know.
that's usually me. If I don't catch anything pre-fishing, I'm gonna have a jam up tournament. If I go out there and wear them out pre-fishing, then there's liable to be a 2-fish.
Well, I went in today, man, just kind of like, you know what, I didn't throw top water yesterday at all. And I'm like, you know, what made me kind of think about it today was I was coming out of the ramp and I saw some shad busting, and then I saw some birds. Remember I was telling you I saw some birds, you know, I was like, oh man. So I changed, I don't know if you saw, I changed my bait when I first got in here to top water just to give it a whim, and it paid off, man. So,
yeah, it's definitely paid off so far.
So far, yeah.
So the funny thing with this tournament is I don't believe that we even picked this lake. Our challengers decided they wanted to pick this lake.
Yeah, it was kind of a meet me in the middle thing, and we kind of all agreed, like, you know, Lake Anna would be, you know, we were talking about either the James River or here, but you know,
kind of figured more of a power plant lake. The water's going to stay a little bit warmer than a lot of other places too.
For sure.
It takes a little bit longer for the water.
I gotta follow. Come on, hit it. Come on.
Slow down.
I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to keep it above water. Oh, it went right back.
Well, I may have to push a little bit farther back here instead of right at the mouth. I think is what I'm gonna do. So if he's throwing top water, he's definitely not in the same type of water that I am.
So looking forward to next year, Greg, I know you guys were the Potomac River Kings last year. Is that something y'all probably going to try to repeat, or you know, go somewhere a little different next year? And you might not want to give it away, and that's fine. But
no. I mean, look, we have no secrets here, man. The guys that we just signed on with Victor Hendricks and Dustin Good, these guys, very, like, you know, we all have our specialties. Victor is good on lakes like Lake Anna and you know, there's other lakes like what's called Occoquan River, Occoquan Reservoir and things like that. So we're going to be talking as a team which lakes we really want to hone in on. We had basically 2 rivers in the lake last year. We're definitely going to get rid of one of our lakes, Lake Moody. It didn't play last year. So we had the Shenandoah River and then the Potomac River, but it's really going to be up to Will, whatever they decided they want to do. Will's done a great job getting you know, these new signings, and everybody has their own specialty. So we haven't decided where, you know, what lakes we want to go in on yet. I will tell you our division's gonna, you know, basically be a part of that, because now we're in the South now. And we were in the North last year, and you know, we've got to face the likes of like a Corey Dreyer from the, you know, Carolina Casters, and, you know, like Matt Dunn from and, you know, Dontrell Sullivan from Tar Heel Lunkers, and those boys went up to Norfolk, on the James, on the Chickahominy, and they beat Norfolk, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we got to kind of think about that. We can't have that happen next year. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
we got to protect
absolutely.
home. Yeah, we got to protect home. So,
It's a little tough. Some of these places during the summertime is definitely harder to pick lakes where obviously you want to be able to catch fish for multiple reasons. One, you want to have a good tournament. We're trying to give people that do watch at home too also a show. We don't want to go to these lakes and have between 8 people only have 56 inches. Right. So trying to find good quality lakes and just having a good time on the water, making it interesting where the bite's going to be really good. It's definitely something we're going to break down and talk as a team. There's so many good lakes around here, just trying to find the right ones with service and stuff like that also, the right sizes.
Yeah. Well, and also being where we're at, Juice, is, we're kind of in the middle, mid-Atlantic wise. So our schedule, I would assume, is going to incorporate both South guys and North guys. Like, we'll probably face maybe like a Delaware or a Pennsylvania team or something like that. You know what I mean? We're not going to be traveling to Michigan this year and all that stuff, which is great because, that cuts down on a lot. Although I enjoyed myself tremendously at, Sinclair and all, but or St. Clair. But, man, it's just, we get the pleasure of kind of fishing our own region now. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, when you're traveling 500-600 miles, 8 hours away, the fishing just absolutely changes.
Yeah, it does, man. I mean, like I said, fishing's like 30% of this, man. I mean, the traveling logistics and getting your team ready and, coordinating and running your team like a business and having to deal with sponsors and, making sure that the sponsors are happy and stuff like that, man. It's just, it's just 30% of the bit, 30% the fishing.
Right.
Fishing,
yeah.
The fishing part's the easy part. Everything else is,
I think we're just like every other team. Like this year, we want to make sure that the players have no expenses out of pocket and stuff like that. So myself and also new for this year too is Jim Johnston. He's a local winger up here, Army veteran. Man, he's definitely an amazing cranking guy. I mean, he hosts all of our shows, so it's good to pick him up. Him and I have been grinding really hard at trying to find sponsors and stuff like that. I think between us two, working on sponsors, we're a great team.
Yeah.
I know the Warhawks for next year, we picked up a local brewery here in Manassas, which we're going to take all the teams to whenever they come down, is Brew Republic. So if you're ever in Manassas or you guys come up for the Potomac events and stuff like that, make sure you stop in and give them a shout. They have really great food, amazing beer, and the brewers themselves are veterans.
Okay.
The managers are veterans. So if you kind of see our theme here, we like to definitely support those businesses and those guys and what they're doing. But as soon as everyone gets down here to be able to fish on those tournaments, you'll get to see what the amazing talk is about them.
Guys, I'll be right back. I'm getting a phone call.
Okay.
Sorry,
yeah, well, that's
can't walk and chew bubble gum at the same time.
Oh, you're good, man. Look, I'm a big fan of veteran-owned companies. So anytime we get the opportunity to support a company or a brewery or coffee or whatever it may be, especially if it's owned by veterans, and you start to see that a lot more in this in the kayak world. These veteran-owned companies that are starting up and it's whether it's a bait or just whatever. I'm a big fan of it. Always want to support those guys. You two. Thank you guys for what y'all done for this country and couldn't be prouder of you guys for the job y'all done. But when you talk about building a team, Will, obviously everybody's different. Everybody's got some different strengths. And I know last year we tried to put our team together and not just have 6 or 7 lake guys or 6 or 7 river guys or grass or whatever it may be. You kind of wanted to put a team together that's got a little bit of everything, because you never know where you're going to be fishing because the schedules don't come out until well after the team's already put together. So
absolutely, you can't just think of your lakes.
Right.
You have to be able to think of your competition's lakes and where they're setting up at, where they're from, what's the most likely chance that they're going to fish this one lake and stuff like that, or river, or whichever system,
Yeah.
So trying to set those things up. Here in Virginia, we have a lot of great lakes, but majority of people, are tidal river fishermen and stuff like that. There's a lot of things that go into building a team. I don't think people really realize. It's not just the fishing aspect, though, too. You got to have people that are good communicators that can put out. Everything is content driven. Making sure that they have posts for Instagram and Facebook, and people that can represent sponsors in the right way. Put a good face on the sponsor's name. Put a good face on the team. All of those different aspects actually go into building a team. You want people that are coachable. Maybe they're not a known angler, but that they're really good. And people that are willing to, hey, because everyone has their group chats and stuff like, hey, this is what they're biting on, blah, blah, blah. This is where they're setting at. This is where I found them. And there's some people in the fishing community themselves, they'll get that information, but they'll completely do the opposite of what everyone else is catching fish on.
Right.
So you got to have teammates that are willing to adjust and go out of their comfort zone and learn techniques and fish areas that they typically wouldn't fish. I don't think a lot of people think about those things.
No, that's a really good point, because and not that anybody's done anything wrong, but there's a fine line between knowing what the fish are doing and then kind of fishing your strengths and kind of making that work to you. In the past few times I've been on the water, just me personally, I was having a tendency to listen to other people, and I felt like at the end of the day, when I didn't have as good of a day as I thought I should, it's hard to. I'm the type of person I always second guess myself. Like, should I have done that? Should I have made that move? Should I have fished that area? Should I have thrown that bait, kind of thing? And looking back on it, it may or may not have hurt me. I don't really know, but I can tell you, for me personally, as an angler and as competitive as I am, I hate with a passion going out and not being able to help my team. If it's just me, I don't feel as bad. Like, well, I had a bad day, but in a team event, you never want to let your team down, and that brings a whole new realm of just I guess toughness to it. That's it's
absolutely. No teammate wants to be perceived as the weak link on the team.
Right.
It's tough. That's just in general. Whether you're fishing, whether you're playing baseball, football, anything, man, no one wants to be the weak link on a team, and it's very tough. You come up with a blank or anything like that during game day, you feel like you let your teammates down. It's definitely, a new concept. I think everyone was trying to get used to from last year was sharing information. You fish a lot of the same lakes, you fish local tournaments together. Yeah. So trying to give up a little bit of that juice to your teammates, and hoping that you can beat them later on in the year on your local trails. So it's definitely all interesting concepts being on a team, man.
It is.
But I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I learn a lot by fishing with other people and the information that they put out.
Oh, no doubt. It's been you can always, anytime. I always try to look at it, and I've got a 12-year-old son who's real athletic right now, and he's just kind of getting to that competitive world of his sporting career. And I always tell him, I said, look, son, you either win or you learn. You never lose. And so the days that I always try to go out on the water, and of course, compete and give it my all, and I always it takes me a couple of days to get past the loss part of it, but I always try to take what I learned and try to keep that in my mind so I can apply it later on down the line. And so this event, this type of event has really made me, I think, a better angler. And I think it will anybody that pays attention to it. And it might not be necessarily that somebody tells you what to throw, but When you're sitting there at the house on a Friday night before a tournament, and you guys are trying to break down water together, and you're looking at these computers, and you're like, all right, well, I can see this, and this, and having a fresh eye to be able to put on that is it's unique because you don't always have that. Usually it's just you sitting there on a Friday night or a Thursday night or whatever, breaking down this particular area. So now you got 3 or 4 other sets of eyes looking at it. And I've learned a lot just from the mapping part of it, because that was one area that I struggled in. Like, I can look at avionics. All right, well, there's a ledge, or there's this, or there's that. But actually going back and looking at the history of it and everything else is something I really learned a lot of this year.
Absolutely. This format, because it's so unique, of it forcing you to really learn map studies and breaking those waters down like you just covered. Because every week you're fishing a new lake.
Yeah.
So whether you're fishing up here on our lakes, or we're going down south, or hitting west or north, I'm fishing on a different lake. So like you said, having a fresh set of eyes, you could look at the same, map as anyone else a million times, but you can pass over things because your eyes just get so used to looking at the same things. You know what you want to look for.
Yeah.
Where somebody else, they're looking for something completely different,
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely. Well, I know, and I can speak from, I can't speak from personal experience, but, you guys in Virginia and a lot of you guys maybe up the East Coast have a little bit of advantage as opposed to us landlocked guys, as in you guys have tidal fisheries. We don't have those here in Alabama, and you're not going to see those in the Midwest or Texas or Arkansas or places like that. So, I know those fisheries are vastly different from what you would consider a reservoir or even another river system here in Alabama. Tidal fisheries are completely different. So, I think
it's one of the most difficult fisheries to fish because look like this, man. It's never stable, right? Like believe it or not, the most stable time a lake is predictable, so to speak, is wintertime when it's iced over.
Really?
It is. Think about it. The water's not moving, right? It's iced over. And the bass are always in their wintering hole. They'll congregate, hundreds of them in the same spot. It's like, picking them apart. Why do you think like these guys, when they go ice fishing, man, you could see them just picking them apart, right?
Just sitting on one spot.
Yeah. So you don't get that with tidal fisheries because the water's always moving. And some of the best fishing actually is in the wintertime with tidal fisheries, but it's just finding the holes, and the holes for winter fishing in the Potomac River change every single year, and so it's so unpredictable where they're going to be. Rather than a landlocked lake, there's no dam, and there's no different areas where these bass can just congregate in their wintering holes because the water is constantly moving back and forth, and the bass have to kind of adjust with the tide. So. It's very difficult to fish sometimes.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know I'd be lost as a golf ball in a hayfield if I ever went up there and tried to fish something like that without some help.
It's a disadvantage to us too, man. Like, again, I grew up on the Potomac, and like when I go to a lake or if I'm going to a river or whatever, the only thing really similar that I've ever fished is the TVA lakes. Right, because the waters do fluctuate with the movement of with the dams and everything else. But guys, I'm telling you, man, like I go to a lake, I struggle because I'm used to like looking at my watch, waiting for the tide to change or something like that. I'm waiting for something to happen, and and you have to make your own thing happen on the lake, man. And I'm not used to that.
Mr. Hogan, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
What's up, brother?
Doing?
What's up? I'm having a morning. Let's just say the spot that I picked was just a little too windy for me. So I've made a little bit of a move.
There you
I'm
go.
still in the same area, just had to make a move to a different spot. So we'll see how I do.
Toby says he got his PB this morning.
Yes.
Let's go.
That's right.
Let's go.
Look, Toby, post it in the comments, bud, or post it. We'd love to see it, man.
Yeah, man.
That's always a big deal.
Let's go, Toby, man. Great job, dude.
Congrats. He's watching on YouTube.
Heck yeah, man.
Oh, man. I see. Someone I probably don't want to see. Who is that over?
Mr. RB?
Who has a Predator PDL with a motor guide on the front?
Mr. R.
That's not Robert.
That's not Robert. He's a bona fide guy.
Robert's in a bona fide.
Yeah, he's a bona fide.
What did I tell you about fishing my spot?
Just send some rounds downrange.
That usually does it.
So check this out. I'll try to get Robert to come on. He hopefully he'll be gone, but he told me a story about James Quinn. James said, "Hey, looky over there!" Like they were getting ready to launch. He goes, "There's a 15-inch bass sitting on that log over there." He goes, "I'm gonna go catch it." And Robert's over to like this riprap area, and then he hears, "Hey, Robert! Hey, Robert!" He goes, "I told you, MFer." It holds up the 15-inch bass that he said he saw.
Was that the fish he posted, I guess, this morning?
Yes, the fish he posted, okay. Yeah. The fish whisperer himself, man.
I mean, he just called his shot.
That's exactly it.
Wow. I wonder.
I'm going about a half a mile downstream, man, so you have me for a little bit. I'm going to let that place rest and come back and hit it subsurface.
Wow, I wonder how well he picked this. You know, it'd be nice to catch a fish right behind him right now. Just so I can throw it in their face.
Oh yeah, that's always awesome. Look, we had a tournament in one of the Bass Nation events down in Eufaula this past year, and went down there and I actually wound up. Somebody's hooked up.
Hogan, come on, baby.
I don't think so.
Tree pounder?
No, not a tree pounder. I don't know what it was. I think I've just found the juice, though. We shall see what happens.
Ran to a school shad? Bull shad?
No. Got a couple nice pieces under.
Yeah, Toby, you can absolutely post it on the KFL page, bud.
Heck yeah, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, man, look, anytime. Look, we want to celebrate, PBs and victories and small victories and big victories.
100%,
so, man.
100%.
Post away.
100%, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, you'll find that the KFL is one of the friendliest places to fish.
We're also,
we try to celebrate the anglers as a community.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, Toby, definitely share your story, man. Share your story, share your picture. We want to hear about it, dude.
There's nothing better, whenever you have an angler that does really well in either a local tournament or a KBF or a bass event or, all of those, and having them, so-and-so Washington Warhawks, wins tournament, there's nothing like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a celebrated thing, and look, I've met some of my best friends in the world doing this, and there's a lot of you guys I'd give the shirt off my back for. My door is always open, and anytime you need anything, you could always call me.
Yeah,
that's
I mean, 100%, man.
Roll Tide. Man, they struggled last night, Will. What happened, bud?
Man, I worked until 10:30 last night, so I'm not sure. I had a primary fault that I was working on. I had to run a temporary.
What was it? I know Ohio State did not cover. They were 14 point spreads. They won by 13. But what was Alabama favored by? 21?
It was last time I saw was 19 and a half. No, 28 and a half. Yeah.
28 and a half. Okay. And what was the score?
20-13.
Really?
Like yeah, it was.
Wow.
Alabama struggled. We started out slow, and LSU actually took the lead, and we come back, tied it up, and then we kind of right before halftime stepped it up and scored, and it was, it kind of looked like Alabama was taking control, and then we come out the second half, several three and outs back to back to back. Our defense gets tired. LSU drives down. I mean, it was not a good game for Alabama on any aspect. Man. No, it wasn't.
Well, another thing too, man. I mean, look, they just got in the top 4. You know, if they lose, they're out, dude. I mean, if they lose, they're done. And
that's it.
Georgia's
Texas A&M debacle.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that has a lot to do with, you know, Jimbo Fisher being, you know, called to go to LSU. I don't know, man. I think the team's losing focus, man.
Yeah.
But oh well.
You know,
it was.
What the score end up being? I haven't even checked, man.
It was like 20 to 13.
20 to 13. Who won?
20 to 14, maybe. Yeah, 20 to 14, I think.
So Lsu Alabama game is always tough for me because I grew up in Alabama, but I've lived in Louisiana my whole life. I grew up in Houma, Louisiana, and so I learned to love LSU because it was just around me all the time.
Right.
So it's always a tough game, man. I always want to see them do really well. So them playing each other, it's very tough. I mean, at the end of the day, roll tides, you know. But
obviously roll tide, but yeah, you know, not to make this too much about football, but this season has been a vastly different season, and you know, some of the teams that were preseason to win the national title have just tanked. You know, Alabama, we can't afford another loss. Michigan State goes down to an unranked Purdue.
Yeah,
you know,
that was wild yesterday.
But a lot of people predicted that, man, to happen. Man.
Well, yeah. I mean,
it all depended on which Purdue they got.
They were only favored by 3.
Yeah,
I mean, that'll tell you. Yeah, that's it. They beat 2 top 3 teams in 1 month, man. So crazy.
That's unheard of, especially being an unranked team. You know, you show up like a James Madison and you beat a Michigan team, you know, and then all of a sudden you're, then you do it again. So it's not like it's a fluke thing. At some point you got to say, hey, maybe Purdue's just not that bad of a football team. They just, you know, when they play to their potential, they can beat a lot of good teams.
Yeah. College football's nothing but chaos this year, man. I mean, I love it. I love it. You know, I mean, seriously, I think the NCAA, that ridiculous, I wouldn't even call it a business, man. It's just a terrible organization. They deserve nothing but chaos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they have created just a mess on their hands.
Oh my God, it is chaos. And you know, look, when we realign these conferences, you know, I see it. You see it all the time. UAB's changing conferences, Texas and Oklahoma. You know, all these different things that are going. UCF and all these different things that are going on. And I get what they're trying to do. I really do. But at the same time, man, my gosh, it's going to be a nightmare, an absolute nightmare.
100%, man.
Mr. Fox, how you doing? Good morning.
What's going on, John?
Mr. John Fox himself. Oh, Florida stud.
Final 4 contested.
Yes, sir.
KBBT. Boy, those boys in Florida had a rough day yesterday, man.
Oh, I know, man.
Terrible.
That place that's as finicky as you know, as just about anywhere in the country. Because you know, up here or even where you're at, Greg, you know, you get a 10-degree temperature swing. It's going to affect the fishing a little bit, but it's not something you can't overcome.
Yeah.
You know, down there in Florida, they get a 10-degree temperature swing.
It's brutal.
There's nothing left. You might as well just stay home.
It's life-changing. Life-changing. Oh, God, there's another. Oh, that looks like Mr. Robert Brown over there. Hey, get out of my spot, Robert.
So we're on a several thousand-acre lake.
James, so that's James Quinn and Robert with. Wow.
All right, so that just means I got to fish this place better than those guys.
Well, first of all, how do they know about that place? That's what I want to know.
I mean, it's a good spot, man. I mean, you can do your map study, you can tell.
Somebody's dropped the juice.
Somebody did.
No.
Mr. Jim Louvier says he's watching from a deer blind this morning.
Nice, man. Nice. Jim,
hopefully he's got his headphones in.
Yesterday, I saw a 10-pointer come out of the freaking bank and start running, man. It was a big buck, dude. Big buck.
Is it still bow season there in Texas, Jim, or are y'all in rifle season now?
I saw him. I saw him kill 2 hogs this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? We've got we actually had somebody post on one of our local pages that a ginormous mountain lion was spotted on a deer camera not too far from here at all, just about 5 or 6 miles up the road. And it was a big, big cat.
Wow,
so,
man.
That's not, and you see posts about it from time to time, or not really a picture of it. You just see, I just saw a mountain lion cross the road, but you don't think you'll have that here in Alabama. But
I got a question for all the fishermen out there, including Jim, and they can comment. Do you guys look at nature, like, let's say you're on your way to the ramp, right? Do you guys look at nature and you see, like, some deer on the side of the road and, some coon or whatever, man? And if nature's stirring, typically that means that you're going to have a good day fishing. Y'all believe that?
I believe it. Moving around.
yeah,
If I don't see birds, if I don't see nature, if I don't see deer or anything like that, man, or if I don't see, stuff coming to the ramp or coming to the fishing spot, usually I just don't have a good day. You know what I mean? I believe nature moves all in kind of synchrony, man.
it does. Yeah, absolutely, it does. And of course, weather and things have play a lot in that too. But yeah, I'm 100% with you, Greg. Jim says, or no, John. I'm sorry, John wants to know when the national championship bracket starts.
The national championship bracket that won't be until May.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be down your way there, Jeremy. Here, probably around Christmas time.
Coming to Alabama?
Yeah. My dad, he's the president of a hunting club down there, so I'll go down. At least.
What part?
Was it close to Silas?
Silas.
You know where Waynesboro, Mississippi is?
I do.
That's where I was actually born.
Okay.
It's like 30 minutes from there is the hunting camp. So
okay. I got you. Well, dude, you'll have to definitely stop in and say hey.
Oh yeah.
So you were born on a hunting camp?
No, I wish I was born on a hunting camp. You know what? I don't know.
He was created in a hunting camp.
Were you laid in a manger? Like 3 wise men came and visited you.
I mean, it's a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. If you've ever been through Waynesboro, Mississippi, then it is definitely possible.
I hear you.
What's going on in Waynesboro on a Friday night, huh?
Yeah.
Everybody waits. They roll up the streets until deer season comes out.
Born in the woods, raised by a bear.
Toby says he's just got another 4-pounder.
Wow, dude, he's on
today, man.
He's on him. Hey, guys, I'm going to take my earphones out.
I might be able to throw the chocolate one now.
Sorry, guys, I had to plug in my battery.
Get your charger going. Yeah, don't die on us, Greg. We need you to stick around for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm only going to be able to stick around for about another 30 minutes. I've got actually a guy coming over today. I've got to wire up 2 kayaks for the Yak Shack. So I'm not going to be able to stick around too much longer. But, Toby, why can't you do this tournament, bud, or do this in a tournament? Well, look, ask Greg that because Greg can answer that better than anybody I know.
It's the unsolved mysteries, man. I can't explain it, dude.
It's
the curse of Greg Nosar.
That's what it is, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'm not even going to talk smack about him right now because he's got a fish on the board.
He is leading all anglers right now with a 17 1/4. He's got Washington leading everybody. Virginia's yet to post a fish. But look, you guys still got about 6 hours, something like that, 5.5, 6 hours. Hopefully that sun will come up and warm that water up a little bit more and maybe get some more fish.
Now the wind is starting to.
Well, see, I see Greg and Will just burning, covering water, and I'm looking at Michael here. Michael's just slow rolling something. But he says he thinks he's found the juice. Michael, you care to tell us what that juice is right now, or you want to hold off till after the tournament?
I guess I'm probably wait. We'll see if it produces. If it produces, I'll talk about it.
Okay.
If
He's
it doesn't,
He's got live scope, so he knows if the
Oh,
fish
yeah.
are there or not.
Look, that's
I just had a big. I had the live scope off, and I just had a big one on the side scan. So I switched over to live scope to see if I can find it. It seems like I've scared it off. Which sucks, but sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
yeah. Look, that live scope, man, that's a game changer. That is an
Big
absolute
time.
game changer.
Oh, don't say game changer because Brewer gets mad about that. Brewer says,
Well, right
"No,
now,
it's not.
Brewer's in
That's a
Virginia,
hummingbird
so
word."
I messed with him the other day. He said game changer. And I was like, you can't be stealing hummingbirds terms like that.
oh yeah, you got to get a copyright infringement on that one. Let's see, still just 2 fish on the board, guys. Greg, you're still leading the way, bud. Mr. Quinn, he's in second, and that's really all the updates at the
What
moment.
was Robert's comment last night? Well, I hope he's big enough. Come here,
Uh-oh,
man. I got one.
he got one.
Calm the fuck down, dude. Oh, excuse my language. Excuse my language.
Well,
Jesus.
welcome to the KFL.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
welcome. Sorry. And
Come
your
on.
child and you're watching,
Come on,
my
Hogan.
name is not I don't know, Jim Johnston. Let's go with that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Is it going to measure?
That's my question.
Looks a little.
Yes.
It's got to be 14, Hogan.
I know.
It's going to be, I'm going to say 13 3/4.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to measure, man.
It's going to be enough to piss you
You know
off.
what it is going to measure, though, for? It's going to measure for our Mission 22 tournament.
There you go.
That's right. So Jim, Johnston, and myself put together, mainly Jim. I don't want to take too much credit. Mainly Jim put together a tournament, and if anyone does want to donate, it's for Mission 22. It's supporting, it's trying to raise funds to help get veterans help that they need that suffer from PTSD. You know, a lot of the guys get out, they don't have the money to get counseling. The VA doesn't help a lot all the time. So if you guys want to donate, just let us know. You can message or anything like that. We're essentially raising funds. So our local club, we hosted a tournament to raise those funds and partnered up with Brew Republic on that also. That's how we kind of built that relationship with them for the Warhawks. So.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, definitely get that out on Facebook, man. When's that going to start?
It's already started. The tournament itself is from November 1st to November 22nd.
Okay.
Brew Republic actually created a special beer just for us. I can't remember what the name is, and so don't quote me on it, but I believe it is Red, White, and Blue Mission 22 beer.
Oh, wow.
It's fermenting right now, and should be going on sale pretty soon.
Wow. Sweet.
And the proceeds from that will go towards Mission 22.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll definitely get that on Facebook, man. I'd like to. Don't know if I'll be able to fish it because I'm still waiting on parts to come in for my boat. But so I've been off the water for quite some time. I'm waiting on one more thing to show up, and I can get back on the water. But definitely like to help out a little bit.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Let's see if we can get an update here.
Well, Hogan can get one to bite. We can get more to bite.
Yeah, hopefully. Come on, dude. Put your tail down. Just because you're small doesn't mean you can be aggressive. Oh, 24 or 12 and a quarter.
12 and
So
a
I was about
quarter.
to say 24.
24.
No. No.
Toby, I just did a. Let's see.
Oh my God.
Man, I don't know how I keep missing all these benefit tournaments here lately, but this is about the second or third one I've heard of that I didn't even see or know was going on. I'm going to have to do some adjusting on my Facebook page to figure out why I'm missing all these posts. Well, Toby, I hope things went well with it. I hope you raised some money and got to donate to a good cause, man.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. Man, that might be a carp. I think that's a carp. There's so many carp in this lake, too.
$2,400, man. That's outstanding. Outstanding. Adam says that doesn't look like an A-rig, Greg.
Actually, that's coming next year, man.
That's look, when I heard you say crystal clear water, chasing some shad, I thought A-rig City.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now I'm in a little bit muddier water, so it's coming soon, man. That will be a brunch.
Okay. Little brunch. So you
Ordeal.
got another hour or so.
You know what I mean?
Hopefully, the sun will get out from behind those clouds and starts warming some stuff up.
Yeah. You still look a little cold there, Will.
I'm freezing.
Yeah.
I can finally start to feel my hands.
Well, that's good. That's good. You ever take I keep the hot hands. I just put two of those. Like if I'm wearing a hoodie, I'll just put two of those in my hoodie pocket. And man, that makes all the difference in the world, especially if my hands get wet. Whew.
Yeah, that's normally what I do when I'm trying to build character today.
Okay, just look, you got to toughen up. You got to acclimate. First couple of times of the year, you got to acclimate. Will.
That's right. Exactly.
It's a blistering 34 degrees right down here right now.
Yeah. I was surprised because I was expecting ice to be on the kayak this morning, but there wasn't. It was actually around the 41, 42, I think, at my house. So
Yeah, it was 36 when I left.
What's the temperature? Jim, I think they said they were anywhere from about 38 to 42, 43 degrees. So it's not too terribly cold up there this morning. Now, I think Greg said the wind had died down a little bit from yesterday, so that helps a lot, obviously.
Yeah. I didn't have frost on my windshield.
Greg's digging for the skirted buzzbait as we speak.
that is definitely, I'll be 100% honest. I'm not really good with a buzzbait. I just don't have enough confidence in them, and I need to learn to throw them.
I've caught.
It's pretty easy. All you do is cast it out and throw it.
It's a little bit different than that. You gotta have a fast enough reel to keep it above the water. Too slow of a gear ratio and it nosedives and it doesn't propel and stuff like that. So these are little things that I am learning. And I don't typically carry any setups with braid on it. The only things that typically have braid is my spinning setups, and that's for backing.
So you don't throw braid on your jig, Will?
No, I throw 17-pound fluorocarbon.
Okay.
And then I'll downsize during the wintertime to about 12 to 14-pound tests.
I got you. Usually, I know you're a big jig guy like myself, and usually when I'm throwing I guess it depends on where I'm at. I do love some braid on a jig, though, because I'll throw that jig in the nastiest of nasty and just try to muscle those fish out. And I've lost, of course, obviously you're going to lose fish when you do that. But, man, it's just something about that braid, and there's just absolutely no slack at all, no stretch. When you set the hook, it's a solid hook set. And so I love jig fishing with braid, but I know it has its time and its place. But that's about 90, I'd say about 80% of the time, that's my go-to on a jig is some braid. Now I will put a leader on it from time to time, depending on, water clarity and things like that. But that braid that's good stuff.
Yeah, I started off with braid backing and with braid and stuff like that. I tend to, what I ended up doing is just upsizing my rods themselves. Just have a little bit stiffer of a rod. I can use the fluorocarbon. It has a little bit of stretch, especially like here when the water really starts to get cold. You don't really like for me, I don't like to have braid because I'm using a lot thinner hooks. Also,
Jim, it's Jim Louvier. What's the temperature there? It's probably 47 right now, maybe. No, I'll say probably
water temps.
The water temps.
About 62, 63.
I've got 57 here.
Oh, well, I'm at 65.
So
It was 67 closer to the spot.
And all of us, we got some guys high, some guys in the middle, and some guys low. So we're kind of spread through the lake. So that kind of gives you the idea of what the water temps can be in here.
Yeah, I'm in muddy, cold water, which is never good, but it is, it is what it is.
I was hoping by this bluff wall right here there'd be something, but
That one that we talked about yesterday?
No, a little bit different. This is more of a storm wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sean, I'm the same way, bud. I throw a lot of braid on the jigs, man. That's almost 90% of the time I go to.
Guys, I'm seeing fish on my side scan, man. I'm gonna make another pass.
Well, it says we have 3 fish posted or 3 entries, but I can't see another fish anywhere. I'm not real sure what's going on with that. Michael, you didn't accidentally submit to.
I made sure it was unselected in chaos.
Okay.
So
one of them
should not have.
He may have submitted it there and it just didn't qualify in. I don't know.
Okay, that's probably what it is. Yeah, because there's nothing's coming up, but it does say 3 entries. So
yeah,
that guy's still right there.
I'm definitely seeing fish over here. I may come back through here when the sun comes up a little bit more.
Yeah, I can see some clouds starting to move around. It kind of looks a little bit different from what it looked like 45 minutes ago. So
yeah, it's definitely peeked out from behind.
I'll tell you one thing: the wind is starting to kick up where I'm at, man. It's getting cold. So cold.
When I made my run, I had waves just
come on, Will,
crashing over the bow.
Oh, that's on 3-pounder.
Nah, it's a cable.
Oh.
Well, I'm throwing a 3/4 ounce chatterbait.
Wow.
So it sinks really fast because some of the depth ranges here are so dramatic.
Yeah.
It can be 5 to 10 foot somewhere, and then it drops down to 30 feet. So I probably could go with a 1/2 ounce. I'm trying to get it down there quick so I can slow roll it.
I got you.
Hopefully I don't crash into anything. But that's a jackhammer, so I'm definitely gonna fight for that one.
Oh, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Don't let the lake win, man.
That's right. It has enough of its own stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the down, in my opinion, that's the downside of the jackhammer is if you throw it close to a tree, it's going to find the tiniest little nook and just get hung up every time.
No, absolutely.
Every time. Like it's like there's a magnet and says, "Hey, come over here and hang out."
Man, it would be nice sometimes to just drain the lake and go look at all the lures.
Oh, yeah. Look. Well, that's
There's
what
good stories about 4 Mile Run, Will, where they do that. 4 Mile Run is shallow. It's got a lot of chain link for the rocks that they put in. And guys will go out in like those super blowout tides and they'll get, $300, $400 worth of crankbaits and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. I did that as a kid.
$300 swim baits?
No. You know what? I'll be nice. I'll show one in a second just to, intimidate Mr. Robert Brown and all them.
Well, yeah,
if I catch
them
on that
several times. You go out and when the water goes, especially here, we're TVA lakes, stuff like that, where the water, up and down, up and down, up and down, especially in the wintertime. When it's down, you go out there and just walk
water.
down.
Why aren't you jigging that water rattle trap? Because I'm fishing riprap, dude. I'm fishing 3 feet of riprap, and it's bouncing off the rocks, dude. That's why.
Yeah, what Greg said. But yeah, you go up and find all kind of stuff. especially like the tungsten weights. I'll go out there and find. I love go out and looking for the tungsten weights. Look, there's okay. What that one set you back?
It was 250.
Oh, is that all? Okay, just 250.
It's OG.
Just 250.
Just 250. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
I'd be
Dude,
scared to death for something like that, man.
Oh,
Hey,
Yes.
20. I got this thing. It's on 25-pound big game right now. I changed it. I had it on 20-pound fluoro a couple days ago.
If I'm paying $300 for a bait, I'm putting a steel leader on it.
Yeah, I was going to say we're going straight chain link here. I mean, like,
Yeah.
we're not,
I'm gonna throw. Jeremy will understand it. So, but I mean, I'm gonna throw it on 477.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. ACSR, steel core.
That's right. Man, those Berkeley Fusion hooks are fucking sticky. Look, I mean, they're sticky. Super sticky.
Nope.
All right, let's go, big girl. Let's go. Man, I'm definitely seeing fish over here, so that's good. This is the side that the sun hit first, so the wind died back a little bit. So I might be able to do like a walking bait or something like
You
that.
got any kind of stain on the water out there where you're at?
Yeah, I mean, I got about 2-3 foot visibility.
Okay, so there's a little stain. That water will probably warm up a little quicker once the sun comes out.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Man, I just got to get one bite to kind of figure something out.
Lake Anna, she's up to her old tricks again, man.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who's ever fished here understands that this lake changes so dramatically.
Yeah, that's a tough place to fish. I've heard Greg talk about it several times, and a few other like Robert talk about it. So I know you said it's a pretty pressured lake as far as pleasure boaters and stuff like that. I guess a lot of that goes away at the wintertime like it does, pretty much anywhere else. But
it definitely does. It definitely does. But here they have winter tournament elite series that kind of go, not like elite as in bass, but what they call elite series. I mean, they have tournaments Saturdays, they have tournaments on Sundays. So they still get pressured hard during the winter. I mean, there could have been a tournament here yesterday, and people moved fish. Being boaters, they're putting them in their boxes and then going 10 miles up the lake.
Yeah, look, you can sit there at a ramp, especially from a tournament, a day or two before, and just catch the recycled fish 90% of the time and do pretty good. I mean, that's just the truth of the matter.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm not too far from one of the places where they typically have tournaments, so it is definitely an idea for later. That's for sure.
Yeah, like fishing the recycled stuff. It's not a terrible idea. And you go ask. Look, you can ask boat guys, kayak pros. Anybody. I can guarantee you, a couple of guys everybody that's won tournaments consistently will tell you, like, yeah, I didn't go very far from the ramp at all. I just, fish these recycled fish.
So I didn't see Robert or any of these guys at the ramp this morning. So I wonder where they launched. They must have launched from High Point Marina. Is where they must have launched from, which is the marina directly across from the one I launched at.
Okay.
So I was just trying to figure out.
Will, are you kind of more north, mid, or south lake?
I'm about mid lake.
Okay, I got you.
I'm about mid. Yeah.
What about you, Michael? Are you kind of more north or south or mid or what?
I launched directly beside the dam.
Okay.
So I'm all the way at the bottom.
I got you.
Oh man, there's so much
This is a good little pocket right here. There's so much bait. I just need to get something to decide it wants to be stupid enough. I'm trying to catch the 5 dumb ones, you know?
Yeah, look, I mean,
Ten-
fish are dumb anyway.
The 10 dumb ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, we say that so they make us look stupid.
That's exactly right. Yeah. Fish are dumb animals most of the time, like deer. Deer are the stupidest animal. When I used to deer hunt, I could shoot, if there'd be 3 or 4 does, I'd shoot one and they all just stand there and stare at you. You know,
Yeah.
they can see you. I mean, like, I'm standing up my stand, like jumping around, hollering, all happy, and they just stand there like, what's this guy doing? I have no idea their sister just died. Well, still no updates. Greg, you could easily have big fish of the day. What's on the line for today, guys? Any side bets or money or anything? Just pride?
Actually, there is a side bet. The loser has to take and flip-flop their the winner's logo on their KFL profile page for a week.
Wow, okay. Jim said, "Yeah, deer are stupid, but pigs are smart. Pigs are real smart, man. We had some pigs on our property a couple of years ago that we were going to trap them, and they figured that out real quick. So it just basically turned into a pig shoot. You know, but yeah, pigs are very, very smart animals." Oh, well, guys, I'm about to have to jump off. I've got some things I got to take care of this morning.
Yeah, man. Thanks for jumping on, man.
I enjoyed it.
Appreciate the broadcast.
Yeah. If hopefully I can get this done. My buddy that owns the Yak Shack, he's coming over. I'm gonna help him wire up a few boats. So maybe here in a little while I can get back on and I'll bring him on with me. He can kind of see what this is all about.
That'll work, man.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. I
All right,
enjoyed
boys.
it. Hey, look, before I get off, share it, like it, go watch it on Roku, Amazon, KFL, Motion Sports Network. Guys, check it out. Let's get this thing rolling, man. This is going to be a great season for KFL. Appreciate you having me on. Juice is out.
Take care.